Hi, I've got my bird t-shirt on. I went around the house today and I found all the pottery birds and put them on the table, so let's have a look at them. Yeah, so we'll have a quick run through first. I enjoyed going around the house finding all these. I had no idea how many happy hens I had. Some of those will go to a market next year, the revamp market in Christchurch, which is cool. And it's good fun. Okay, so Bob Steiner, a couple of Bob Steiner owls, Bob Steiner fantail, and I included the bee because why not? Bob Steiner owls, pretty cool, 2009. This one's got an actual stamp as well, a sticker, Ruru, which is beautiful, beautiful New Zealand native birds. This one was a present from my husband. You can go on to his website and choose your item and choose what glaze colour you want, and that was the colour I chose. And I'm really happy to have these. These are nice. They display really nicely as well. Fantails, these are gorgeous. Love these. They're designed to go on the wall. You got a sticker there, Bob Steiner sticker. But I just sit this one on the mantelpiece. And, I really love him. I really enjoy him a lot. I included the bee. He was a present. It's bee for birds. So he's a little bit more modern. I think I got him, I'm not sure how many years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. They make those in two sizes. This is the smaller size. So Bob Steiner, go on his site. His work's wonderful. I love it. Okay, so Studio Ceramics. Studio Ceramics swan bookends, duck, and a panel here. I'll start with the panel. Pakiko panel, wall panel. Looks great on the wall. This one you've got your Studio Ceramics stamp. Nice and easy to identify. There's another one of those. I think it's got tuis on. These ducks, love these ducks. So you've got NZ. You'll see a lot of Studio Ceramics with NZ, just the NZ written. I saw one of these on Trade Me this week, made by Robert Gordon in Australia. I was really surprised. Just slightly different look, slightly shinier, but very much the same design. So I guess all the potteries copied each other. Now, of course, Studio Ceramics made a Retro Lynn range, including these copies of Crown Lynn swans. So, nice clear stamp, beautiful gold beak. This is actually a second with the paint. The gold actually ran, but I really like it like that. I'm an artist, and that looks just really cool to me. They made 4 sizes of the swans, and they made them in black and different colours. So this one's got a sticker. Sometimes these stickers come off and you'll find one of these swans with no markings, especially these black ones. And it's more than likely a Studio Ceramics. It's quite white clay, as you can see. Stepper is making modern versions of these, different glazes, and he uses a stamp so you can tell the difference. Okay, so Studio Ceramics for Kate Sylvester. These are pretty nice. Douglas and Beck Design, which is a design store for Kate Sylvester, made at Studio Ceramics. And they're just gorgeous. They came in like a white and a shiny black, and I think they came in pink as well. Yeah. You can see kind of the heads. See the heads, it's on a bit of an angle. Gorgeous, got that beautiful gold back. I really like the gold backs. Yeah, they look nice. Displays nicely. There's an open back version of this shape as well. It's just slightly longer and it's open at the back. So they're beautiful, beautiful swans. And Studio Ceramics again. These are bookends, and you can see that the head is the same shape as the Kate Sylvester swan. These are not marked. I found a photo of the Studio Ceramics factory, and it had these on the shelf, so I worked out that they were Studio Ceramics. I bought the black one first. It's matte black. They also make a shiny black, but he looks really nice on my mantle as well. Really happy to have those. Not many of those around. One of my favourite birds. Okay, so you can't really talk birds without talking Crown Lynn the big crown luns and the kiwis. So we'll look at the big crown lun swan first. Okay, so 170. This one's got the stamp. If you can, buy one with a stamp. Or if your auntie's had it for years, then that's great too. That's your provenance. There are fake swans out there, but hard to tell with the white swans. The black swans fakes are a matte black, whereas real crownless swans, black swans, are really shiny, so they're easy to tell. But if you've got any questions about whether it's a fake or not, ask on the Crownland fan page. People are happy to help on there. But he's beautiful. I don't have a small one, small swan, but one day I'll find one. I really like him. So of course kiwis are like the second classic shape. What we have here is an Ambrico kiwi. I'm a very lucky girl. You got a fraction mark on there, and he's just beautiful, gorgeous. I really love him. He's my favourite at the moment. Well, they're all my favourites. I always say that, don't I? This is like the painted version. See the 165, and he's he's a bit rough. He's lost some of his paint, but I don't really mind. Painted probably by Royal Oak or Salisbury. I'm not sure who did him, but he's kind of like quite a matte brown, a little bit different than some of them I've seen. Okay, so the other kiwi that Crownland made is a 2151 kiwi, and I'm not sure if this one is one or not, but it's possible. He's the right size, and to me the clay looks right. He's not glazed, which on the base, which is a bit unusual, and there's no number. I'm still waiting to hear from some who might know. There's not many of these around. There must be out there. There's one that we know that was glazed in a greenstone glaze, and I'm thinking that this could be hump. But, wishful thinking and all that. Studio Ceramics made this shape as well. He's not the right size for Studio Ceramics, so he's still a mystery at this stage, but we live in hope. These kiwis over here are the same shape, but slightly bigger. A bit hard to tell, but they're slightly bigger. I bought these off Trade Me. They were a bisque, and I've painted them for an exhibition, an art exhibition. I'm an artist, and they look great alongside the paintings. I can't really say much because I just don't know whether these are Studio Ceramic bisque kiwis or not. They're just still one of those mystery items, still looking into. Okay, so my favourite Crownland bird is this one here. It's a blue jay, and isn't he gorgeous? So he was a op shop find, $2 find, op shop in Oamaru, and wow, it was a happy day. He's gorgeous. He's got friction marks, and straw coloured clay again. No, I went up to the counter and the lady goes, "Oh, that's a nice bird." And I went, "Yes, it is." I spent a lot of money at the op shop, so I wasn't too worried about giving them any more for him because I spent a lot of money. But I was so pleased to find him. He was in the, sitting on the shelf waiting for me. So I just love him, and I don't resell, so hardly ever. Of course, you've got Crownland E-cups and variety of birds. They're always fun. I always like those. I think I found this one first. Kind of hen. This is kind of cool. I like those. Which leads, the hen kind of leads into these nicely, doesn't it? So, Happy Hens, made in Portobello, Yvonne Sutherland. She must be amazing. I haven't met her. These are all over the world. They sell really well. Here we go. There's a green Hamburg. You've got a rooster hen and a chick. Some of them I think are just like, that's a fun. There are no hens that are pink, so it's a fun hen. But I think a lot of them I have actually, it's a Plymouth hen, are based on actual hen breeds. It's a string holder. Little pink one, I quite like the little pink one. So she's been making these for years. I think she's closed her shop down. There is still a website. So if you wanted to get hold of her, if you were interested, the small hens are about $45. I think you can still buy a few small hens off her. They sell at op shops, for, well, down here anyway, $5, $5 to $10, and if you're lucky, they're not quite so easy to find anymore as they were. I saw this on Trade Me recently, and what do you know? It's a happy handmade portobello Dunedin. So this is an albatross. So at some stage, and its chick, she must have made these. These are there's an albatross colony down there at the Heads, and maybe they sold them at the shop there. I don't know, but I just thought that was so cool. It's really, really cool. What else? Well, we were kind of talking studio pottery. Rosemary Britain, gorgeous little green blue. Look at that, just lovely. Quite recognisable her work. I bought this off Trade Me. Decided I had to have an example of her work. Just gorgeous. I included this, so I wasn't going to include anything with pictures of birds because it could get carried away. But this pot was made by Roger Britton, her husband, and then decorated by Rosemary. So I thought I'd include it because the wee bird looked a bit lonely. So there's a mark. Yeah, you might be able to see that, don't know. Anyway, really nice. This is really solid, nice piece. I had no idea who bought that, who made it. When I bought it, I just liked it, and when I got home and looked into it, I learned about these guys, which is kind of how I do things, really, is buy a piece of pottery and then I learn about it. Now, the other thing that I've got here is a Temuka swan, or likely a Temuka swan. I found 3 of these in an op shop, in the local op shop here at Waimate. I've sold the other 2. I bought them and I thought, well, that clay looks like Temuka. And when I compared it and the kind of the beige to some of the, there's a vase kind of with that beigey look, or oatmeal, some people would call it oatmeal. At the time, I didn't know about the swans at all, and I held on to them for a few years, and I sold a couple, and then not long after that I started seeing these advertised as Temuka auctions, and I went, gosh, it's good that people have discovered them. They made Alpine Mist ones, we know that. The Jolly Potter had a big Alpine Mist swan and a couple of small ones in their collection. So a lot easier with Alpine Mist because it's such a recognisable Temuka glaze. Anyway, so these are cool. They're starting to show up now. They made bigger versions as well, and some of the staff made these, apparently the story goes, and then the managers found out and they were asked to smash them, the ones that they'd made. But a few obviously escaped, flew off into the world, and that's cool. Another, what you call a homer, I guess, made by staff. A friend gave me this recently, modelled on a decoy. You can see it's the colour of the clay that gives it away, plus my friend knew the person who made these at the factory. So that's good fun. I like that. He's good, isn't he? Speaking of homers, the only other bird we've got here to look at is this fellow here. Now, I bought this off Trade Me. Now, I'm pretty sure that this would be made at the Luke Adams factory. The clay's right for Luke Adams, and it's basically the glaze is really what attracted me to it, because it's the green, typical green that Luke Adams uses. So there we go. There's a cutie. Once again, we'll never know for sure, but it's kind of best guess. But he's lovely. Well, thanks very much. I enjoyed showing you those.